Assalamu alaikum. This is Abdul Qayyum from Lahore. Today's topic is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's journey to Taif. You know, in this chapter, it is really very hard for the Muslims of today to imagine, much less to bear or even to attempt to bear the hardships and were borne by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his illustrious Sahaba in the path of Allah Ta'ala. Books of history are full of stories. Books of history are full of stories of their sufferings. As we know that Allah sent 1,24,000 about Ambiya for the Hidayah of human being. So often all the people opposes their prophets. We listen or read in history books that they martyred Hazrat Zikri alayhi salam, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam. They beat, they make jokes, they refused Ambiya Kram. So this is very important topic for us that we should love our Ambiya and love their teachings also. We love our Quran Majid sallallahu and Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we obey our Creator and also act upon the teaching of Allah Ta'ala and deeds of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I start. As I read, books of history are full of stories of their sufferings. It is pity that we are so careless of those events and our knowledge is so poor in this regard. I open this topic with a story about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself to get the blessing of Allah Ta'ala, which is sure to come when his name is mentioned. Peace be upon him. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For 9 years since his declaration of Allah Ta'ala as a Nabi, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had been delivered the message of Allah Ta'ala in Mecca and making great efforts to guide and reform his community, except a few persons who had either embraced Islam or who helped him, though not accepting Islam. All the rest in Mecca left no stone unturned in persecuting and making fun of him and his Sahaba, Razillah anhum ajmain. His uncle Abu Talib was one of those kind-hearted people who helped him in spite of his not accepting Islam. The following year, on the death of Abu Talib, the Quraysh got a free hand in stopping people from accepting Islam and harming the Muslims. The Muslims who converted to Islam in the beginning. We can say about 40 Sahaba. They were almost 40 Sahaba, 40, 45. One of them was Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razirahum, Hazrat Abu Zar Ghafari, Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Ali. All these Sahabas are great. And other also. At Taif, the second biggest town of Hijaz, there lived Banu Saqif, a clan strong in number. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left for Taif in the hope of winning them over to Islam, thus saving the Muslims from the persecution of the Quraysh and also establishing a base for the future propagation of Islam. On reaching Taif, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited the three chiefs of the clan separately and placed before each of them the message of Allah Ta'ala and called upon them to stand by his side. Instead of accepting his message, they refused even to listen to him, and notwithstanding the famous Arab hospitality, against the hospitality of Arab, that was famous, they opposed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Each of them treated him most insultingly and rudely. They plainly told him that they did not like his stay in their town. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam had expected a polite, even a cordial treatment and due courtesy in conversation from them, as they were the heads of the clan. But one chief of them, the chief of the clan, one of them said, "Hey, Allah has made you a Nabi." The other said with derision, "Could Allah not lay his hand on anyone else other than you to make him his Rasul?" The third one said, "I don't want to talk to you, for if you are in fact a Nabi, then to oppose you is to invite trouble." This point they understood this point, that opposing Rasulullah is may be trouble for them. But still they refused. In this condition, they refused. And if you only pretend to be one, why should I talk with an impostor? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was a rock of steadfastness, did not lose heart over this treatment from the chiefs and tried to approach the common people, but nobody would listen to him. Instead, they asked him to clear off from their town and go wherever else he liked. When he realized that further efforts were of no use, he decided to leave the town. But they would not let him leave in peace and set the street children after him to hiss, make fun of him, and no stone and to stone him and to stone him. He was so much pelted with stones that his body along with his shoes was covered with blood. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. He left the town in this pitiable state. When he was far out of the town and safe from the mischief mongers, he made dua to Allah Ta'ala. Dua, prayer. The words of the prayer. "O my Allah, to you I complain of my weakness and lack of resources, and my being unimportant is the eye of people. O most merciful of all those who show mercy, you are the Lord of the weak, and you are my own Lord. Whom are you turning me over to? To a stranger who make an angry face at me, or to an enemy whom you have given control over me? If you are not angry at me, then I don't care. Still I find more room for myself in your making things easy for me. I seek shelter from your anger and displeasure in your Noor, the Noor by which all darknesses light up and by which everything in this world and the Akhirah becomes well. It is necessary to remove the cause of your anger until you are pleased. And other than you, there is no strength nor power." Oh, Allah. The Master of the Universe was moved by this dua, and the angel Jibreel alayhi salam appeared before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, greeting him with "Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah," and said, "Allah Ta'ala knows all that has passed between you and these people. He has deputed an angel in charge of the mountains to be at your command." Saying this, Jibreel alayhi salam presented the angel before Rasulullah. The angel greeted Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, the angel who came there and has duty on mountains. The angel duty on mountain said, "I am at your service. If you wish, I can command the mountains overlooking this town on both sides to collide with each other, so that all the people between them would be crushed to death. Or you may suggest any other punishment for them." The merciful and noble Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Even if these people do not accept Islam, I do hope from Allah Ta'ala that there will be persons from among their descendants who would worship Allah Ta'ala and serve His cause." Note. Such was the conduct of our noble Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom we claim to follow. We get so much irritated over a little trouble or mere abuse from somebody that we keep on torturing and taking our revenge throughout our lives in every possible manner. In every possible manner. In this proper, for people who claim to follow the generous Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look, even after so much suffering at the hands of the Taif mob, he neither curses he neither curses them nor does he wish for any revenge, even when he has the full opportunity to do so. So this was the event story or incident of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he went to uh, Taif. As you know, uh, when Rasulullah sallam prayed for them that if they don't accept Islam, inshallah, in future, in their families, maybe inshallah, there will be such persons who will convert to Islam. So dear brothers and sisters over the world who's watching my channel, Rasulullah sallam prayed for them, and do we know who converted Islam? Muhammad bin Qasim and his family. They were Sakfi. They were from clan Banu Saqif. One of them came in Pakistan in the form of Muhammad bin Qasim in 17 years, and the area of Sindh, all the people became Muslims. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So we should also do our duty. We should do deeds 5 times of prayer, 5 times prayer we should do, and we should say good, we should share good with our friends, with our family members also. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.